Hey, so you're looking to move to St. George, Utah? Well, you're not alone. St. George is growing in popularity and for good reason. In today's video, I'm going to take you on a tour of the St. George area. We're going to go through a few different neighborhoods, different price ranges, new construction, more lived in. Take you a little bit through some of the parks, some of these areas in St. George, hopefully give you a really good idea what St. George is all about. So hopefully this can help you decide, if you're trying to decide what part of St. George you want to move to. Hey, if this is your first time on the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about life in St. George, Utah, tap the bell for notifications, subscribe below so that you could be the first to learn about the current market here in St. George, Utah. Whether you're looking to move in 10 days or 100 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or schedule a video call today. Alright, so I'm in the downtown area right now, right off Main Street. You can see all the fun little shops behind me. There's Pizza Barbecue, Gold Ore Store, just a lot of those classic little shops. It's a fun part of St. George. You go back up this way, you have some really fun restaurants, Pizza Factory, Pasta Factory, George's Corner, a few other places like that have been here for a while. They're St. George staples. They've really modernized, but kind of made an effort to bring some new shops. They put in new apartments over there. They've really kind of brought downtown back to life. So in the evenings, you get quite a few people walking around here, going out to eat. Tourists come, they stay around here. So it's a fun spot. I'm gonna walk down this way. We have a fun park. It's our town square. You have the Tabernacle, Children's Art Museum, the library, big old park, splash pad. We'll walk over there and check it out. But you can tell this is a fun little spot. I'll walk a little bit as I talk. But downtown St. George is fun. They have a lot of events, you know, the marathon, the Ironman, they'll finish through here. Sad note, last Ironman they're gonna do here for a while happened last weekend. But it's a really fun spot. They got a lot of fun things. So if you're in town, they got Electric Theater, Town Square, bunch of parking. The Washington County offices are down here. So there's just a lot of fun to do here. A lot of stuff happens here. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna cross this roundabout and then I'll pull the camera back up. So I just crossed the street. I'm in Town Square, I'm in the park. Main Street's behind me. This is the fun park with the water park. I'm standing directly in front of the library right here. St. George Tabernacle's that way. Then you have the Children's Museum right over here. So this is a fun little spot. They do lots of events here. This is where I always watched the fireworks growing up before they changed the location. We actually donated our old piano and they repainted it and put it here for a while so people would come and play it. That was kind of fun to see. But this downtown area, as you can see, lots of fun artwork everywhere. So as you walk around, you can see all this fun artwork. We'll keep walking around just a little bit. I'll show you a few more pieces of artwork. They have a carousel right over there. I don't know if you can see that. They've done an ice rink over here every now and again. But this downtown town square is a fun spot. The water park or splash pad is back behind me right off Main Street. They were doing a little bit of construction right over there. So I switched up and came a little bit over here. But you can see there's just more artwork over here. Right behind me. The court offices are over here. And then you might be able to see some of those new not hotels, apartments they put in over there. So it's a fun spot of St. George. Got little fun gardens. Like I said, they have tons of events down here. The park I'll be at next to, where there's a house that we're gonna kind of tell you a little bit about, is right next to a park. They do a ton of events over there too. But this is the center of town. Tons of fun things, tons of fun events. And I think one fun thing I mentioned already is just all the fun different artwork, different art pieces they have throughout this whole town square and downtown area. So if you want to walk around and check them all out, you'll see tons. I mean, I'm just walking by one every, 10 or so steps. But let's go ahead. I'll drive through so you can get a quick drive of Main Street as well and talk about it a little bit. Hard to see everything as I'm walking about, but hopefully this gives you a good idea. I'm walking by some water. They got tons of water featured out here as well. But let's go ahead, let's get in the car and let's drive around and show you a little bit more. Okay, so we're just leaving the park here. You can see the tabernacle right outside the window. There's a lot of big red brick buildings, sandstone type buildings that look like that, the library, the courthouse, places like that. But we're going to turn left onto Main Street and go up through this roundabout. You'll notice a lot of the places downtown St. George, they have a lot of big trees compared to all the other places in St. George, just because it's been around a little bit longer than the rest of the places. But here's this Main Street area with all those fun shops. You got jewelry shops, restaurants, little boutiques, things like that. There's a few places that have been here for a really long time. It's a really fun spot during the holidays. They light this area up with Christmas lights. It's a fun spot to go on a walk. The whole town square area is lit up with Christmas lights. It's a good spot. Bear Paw Cafe is one of those places that's been around forever. It's a St. George staple. You can see one of the newer hotels right there. They have a lot of newer apartments, look similar to that modern style. We're going to cross this intersection and go further up Main Street to Ancestor Square. You have Pizza Factory, George's Corner, Pasta Factory, Benja's. A lot of really fun spots. Like I said, this is a good spot of downtown. Tons of people come over here. You got bars on the other side of the car. A new one in that I know a lot of people really love. I don't know much about that. It's not really my scene. But there's also some fun pioneer old homes that they've preserved. They do tours. A lot of people take pictures at them. So I'll show you those real quick. And then we'll head over to another park downtown, Vernon Worthen Park. Show you one of the homes that's listed for sale over there. But you'll see this is a Brigham Young home right up to the left over here. There's a few of these throughout St. George. There's some over in Santa Clara too. Just some really fun old pioneer homes that show the history of St. George. They're beautiful. But you can see there's just a fun style here. You see a lot of this in the downtown area of St. George. All right, so this first neighborhood I'm in, it's downtown St. George, really. It's right across the street from this fun park near the elementary school. This neighborhood is right next to Vernon Worthen Park. So there's a townhomes that kind of surround it. That's the one I'm going to show you. You can see the one right behind me. It's a cute little home. A lot of these townhomes have been recently renovated. It's 2-bed, 2-bath, $415,000 right now. I'm not going to go inside it. People live in it still, but it's a really fun house, just over 1,100 square feet. You can see this fun park over here. You got the sand volleyball pitch. You got a really fun new playground for the kids. You have pickleball courts on the far side, and then a ton of grass. So it's a really fun spot. Not going to walk around the park too much. They're doing a lot of landscaping right now, so it's really loud. But you see quiet streets, the big streets. You go this way, you start getting into some of those older neighborhoods, those big wide streets. I'll show you some of those a little bit more. I'll drive through them real quick. You have the rodeo grounds right here as well. Right over here, it's called the Sun Bowl. They do a lot of fun events there, fun concerts. This park that we're at, they do a lot of the markets, the farmers markets, flea markets type things like that. So it's a really good spot. This home's in a fun spot right downtown. You're basically 5-10 minutes to everything in the greater St. George area. I'm going to drive you through some of the neighborhoods right around here now. And this neighborhood is right in the center of St. George, just a few minutes from where we were on Main Street, showing you some of that downtown area with that park. This is another park that's utilized a lot like that downtown area. So this is a fun spot. I'll get in my car, we'll drive around some of the neighborhoods close by, and you can kind of see what this downtown area is. Lots of older homes, lots of homes that are being flipped or fixed, things like that. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so here we are. We're just driving past this park now. You can see all the grass, all the trees. It's a fun little spot. We're gonna go straight through here. You get to see some of these other neighborhoods. You can see the downtown area has lots of big trees compared to the rest of St. George. Lots of fun, big, trees. The streets are really wide. You can flip U-turns with trailers in them, which is really nice. The way the St. George was designed was it was centered all around the St. George Temple. We're actually passing right by. It's on the other side of the car. I'm not showing it because I have to go across my whole car to show you, but this is what some of those streets, those neighborhoods look like. It's a really fun spot. Lots of people love it. You have a lot of people that have lived here for a really long time. And then you have townhomes like these ones, and then you have a lot of young families or young people that are flipping these homes to create, they got to go in and gut them and do a lot to them because, they are older homes. That's just kind of how it works. I'm going to cross Flood Street now. This is a street the other side of the park's on, where the pickleball courts are for the park we were just at. But this kind of gives you an idea of what some of these neighborhoods look like. Older style homes. They're all cute homes, lots of fun homes. You of course you get some of these homes that are just wrecked. They're not in good shape. But a lot of them, most of these places are pretty well maintained. Of course, we got the trash truck coming on. See, there's a lot that something's happening to. But pretty fun little spot. This is kind of what a lot of these downtown neighborhoods look like. We'll go ahead. We're going to go out to a more rural area of St. George called Winchester, kind of the farming style. You got more land. You'll see lots of horses and four-wheelers, things like that. So let's go ahead and let's get over there. Okay, so I'm out in Winchester Hills now. It's a little bit more of a rural community. It's about 7-8 minute drive from St. George. It's still part of St. George. You're really close to Snow Canyon State Park. On the other side of Winchester, you have the ledges, the golf courses, and nightly rental is really beautiful, fun area. Got lots of fun amenities out there. But this is more of the rural side. You can see you're up kind of by the mountains. You have beautiful views, the white rocks. You got the red rocks on the other side. I'm right in front of a listing out here. This listing, just an example, 700,000, 4-bed, 3-bath, 3,200 square feet. It's on an acre. So all these properties here, they have a lot of land. You can see, you don't have the street lights, things like that, just stop signs. But it's beautiful out here. I grew up actually Diamond Valley. It's another 5 minutes north down this road. Similar setup to this, but it's really fun. So you have this option. There's lots of horse property out here. So there's another home listed for sale just down the street. Really big, nice home, 1.4 million. But this is the one I wanted to showcase today. But I love the views up here. I don't know if you can see very well, but you just have beautiful white rocks. I've been up all over those. Growing up, it's fun. Beautiful people ride their horses, four-wheelers, hike, mountain bike, things like that. So it's a really fun spot. I'll drive through some of this community. You can kind of get a better feel for what it looks like out here. But it's a really fun spot if you want more space, a little bit more quiet, a little bit out of the city. So let's go ahead, let's drive around. All right, so there's that home we were just in front of. We're going to turn right and go down this. You can see there's still homes being built up here. There's still land. But it's really fun. You have a lot of really fun properties out here. It's beautiful. One thing I failed to mention is it's typically about 10 degrees cooler up this way than in St. George. So it's a little bit more manageable in the summer. But you can see you got lots of fun, kind of more of that, mountain living. And then you have beautiful views. You can see these rocks, the white mountain rocks that are surrounding this area. It's beautiful. You have volcanoes up around here. It really is a fun spot of St. George. And there's a good amount of homes up for sale here all the time. You know, lots of remodels, lots of fun things happening. You got the sagebrush. If you have allergies, maybe this wouldn't be the place for you. Lots of dust and allergies, but it is a fun part of St. George. So hopefully this is giving you kind of a good feel for what it's like out here. Much more rural, much quieter. But it's still, you still got a lot of people that live out here, and it's fun. And I'm kind of on the back side of Winchester right now. So right now you're seeing all the homes that back up to these mountains and the kind of the sagebrush area. So it's kind of fun. I'll get one more spot in here that's not as backed up so you can kind of see more of the neighborhood. Let me go drive to one of those spots. All right, here's just another little spot of Winchester. It looks basically the same. You got a lot of those similar styled homes. These ones don't back up to those mountains. Winchester, like I said, about 7-10 minutes north of St. George.
up a little highway. You keep coming through this way, you're going to get up into Vail, Pine Valley, then you get to Enterprise if you just keep going north. So it's a fun spot. Lots of good fun things to do if you like the outdoors out here. And you just have a lot more space. It's a lot quieter, but it's not as convenient to get to town. Like I said, 7-10 minutes. Really fun spot though. But you can see you got the beautiful red rocks over there on this other side. It's a really beautiful part of St. George. I'm in the Tonquent Cove subdivision. This is a new build area on the west side of St. George. There's by Tonquent Intermediate School. It's got some really good established communities right around it, but this one's a new build area. The street I'm on right now, I'll show you. This one's all built out, but most of these streets here aren't nearly built out. There's just a lot of lots, homes under construction. You can see there's a lot of exploring, ATV riding, hiking right around here. They got Mose Valley. It's a rock climbing place. People love it. They go out there. Tons of people do. But the home I'm in front of right now, it's a new trend construction home, 4-bed, 4.5 bathroom, just under 4,000 square feet, single level home. So that's pretty cool. You don't see that very often with that many square feet. Listed right at 1.3 million. I'll turn and show you this street. This street here, you can tell it's all finished. All the ones that way aren't finished and some of them behind, but it's a beautiful neighborhood, lots of fun new build. I'll give you a good look at this home real quick as we walk in. It's got a huge garage around that side over there, massive RV garage. But this is a fun home. And I got permission to go through this one and take a little video, which is fun. Not every one we did on this tour today. We got to go in, but you can see they got the massive ceilings, super high. This is like an office right off the front. They got the nice beamwork as you go through the house. It makes it really pretty. But the thing I like the most about this home is that it's single level. It's going to hold its value a lot better. You don't see single level homes this big very often. The kitchen's beautiful. They do really nice quartz countertops, extra thick, and then this bar seating. You could fit a ton of stools right there. It's really good for entertaining. The built-in shelves, the contrasting colors between the cabinet tops and the cabinets itself. So it's a fun home. They have a lot of really nice touches in here. Like I say all the time, New Trend's one of my favorite home builders here in St. George. I like this room a lot. I think if I lived here, I'd turn this into a weight room or a workout room of sorts. It's kind of fun. You got a lot of space, and then it opens up to the backyard over here, which is all artificial turf, really low maintenance back here. And it is a pretty big backyard. It keeps going out to the side and it wraps around as well. Here's one of these bedrooms. I'll go to the next one. It has a bathroom, and I'll show you that one. But all these bedrooms are good sized bedrooms. They have the plantation shutters, which is a really fun touch. And then they have these bathrooms inside a lot of them with the walk-in showers, which is awesome. And then they all have pretty big closets just like that. We'll skip these other bedrooms and let's go across here and let's go check out this master bedroom, and I'll go show you this huge garage. The cubby storage right here, I like that when you come in the garage, a little mudroom, kind of fun. And then this barn door closes off your laundry room, so you can shut that out. But this garage is huge. So this is the 2-car part. And then you come all the way around, and this is massive. You have more, an RV garage, and then another car garage. You could do a lot of cool things in this place. I always like to think what kind of gym you could put in. I'm in the process of putting a gym in my house right now. It's been kind of fun. Definitely don't have as much space as that garage though. So in this master bedroom, you have the oversized window. A lot of these, all these, what are they called? Blinds, automatic blinds. So you just push a button, they'll go up and down for you, which is really nice. And then it opens up to the backyard too. You have your own door. This is a beautiful bathroom. Matches the kitchen as well.
got the double vanity, you got the storage in the middle, which is a fun touch. And then the freestanding garden tub. And then this large walk-in shower. It's got 2 shower heads. You can see that up there behind the glass door. And then the massive walk-in closet. It's just huge. It keeps going. So it's a really big closet. It's a fun bathroom. But like I said, this is 1.3 million, new build area, really popular, sought after neighborhood right now in St. George. A lot of people I talk to, they want to get into this neighborhood, or they even want the neighborhoods below it that have been around for a lot longer. It's a really fun area. I spent a lot of time in this area growing up, not in this new build, but the one below. I had a lot of friends that lived there. It's a fun spot, lots of good things happening. But let's go check out another neighborhood. Glad I was able to get you through this home, kind of show you some of these new build options. I know we did that in a previous video, but this is a fun build in a really fun neighborhood. So I'm in the last community I want to show you today in this tour. This is called Devario. There's a lot of different new subdivisions out here. It's really a new build area. I'm in front of a house right here. It's being built by Visionary Homes. Okay, so I'm in this last neighborhood I want to show you today. This is out in Devario. The homes I'm in are being built by Visionary Homes. Here's this one, 645,000, 2,500 square feet. It's being built right now, not finished, but it's a pretty home, as you can tell. Lots of fun things going on. And then on this whole street, this one's mostly complete. Some of these have sold, not yet being lived in, but a lot of them are being lived in. But all through this area is a bunch of new build communities. You have Entz Homes, Visionary Homes, Henry Walker Homes, so a lot of different things, townhomes, condos, single family, but it's a really fun spot. I'll drive around like I have done, show you a little bit. You go down this way, it's above Sunbrook Golf Course. It's a beautiful golf course. You just go up through it and then you hit this community. There's a lot of really good views out here because you are up on a hill above St. George. I'm gonna hurry and get in my car and we're gonna drive around. I have the trash truck coming at me. So let's go ahead, let's take a look at that. Okay, so we're driving now through, we're just looking at the other side of the street from the house that we were looking at. Kind of get to see what some of these homes look like. This is the Visionary Homes section. We'll drive across the street. We'll go into another area that's being built by a different builder. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm blanking on it, but we'll show you it and then we'll see what the builder is. You can tell you got a lot of that desert landscaping. It seems like I need to replace my brake pads if you hear that. Sorry about that. But you have desert landscaping. There's not a lot of grass out here, hardly any, maybe in some of these backyards. I know it's in some of the backyards that I've been through. But they're trying to keep that, to save water. But we're going to drive across the street real quick and go into this other new build area by different builders. This one's by Fieldstone Homes, now that I remember. So you can see there's just a lot of empty lots right in this area, but we're going to get into some of the spots where they're building a few homes over here right now. And I've been through a lot of these ones actually. They're really pretty. They do a good job. They're pretty fun. But again, desert landscaping. Some of them do the artificial turf. Like I said, there's lots of condos, townhomes, single family options. This place has a pool. There are pickleball courts for the community. A lot of the Devario neighborhoods, all the different subdivisions, they're putting pools in, things like that as well. So there's fun amenities for, all the people that live out here. So you can see they got turf on this front lawn right here. But similar style, desert landscaping, keeping it simple. But they're good homes. They range from, in the Devario area, you can get homes from mid 400s to up in the millions, 1.5 millions, things like that. But it's a fun spot. A lot of different options because you have so many different builders in this community building right now.
and then you're kind of almost up out of St. George a teeny bit because you go through this golf course. So it's, when it's all said and done up here, it's going to be really nice and pretty calm. Right now, you do have all the construction going on, so it does get pretty kind of busy up here. You have the construction noise, but when it's all said and done, it's going to be a nice little gem in St. George that you're going to be able to escape a little bit. The hustle and bustle of being in St. George proper.
There you have it. That's it for this video today. Hopefully you found that really helpful if you're trying to decide what part of St. George you want to move to, or if you just want to learn more about what St. George is all about. Obviously there's tons more to St. George, more neighborhoods, more parks, more restaurants, more community things that I could tell you about, show you about. That would take too much time. I'll do that more in other videos. But as always, whether you're looking to move in 10 days or 100 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or schedule a video call today. And until then, we hope to show you around town.